Hey everyone, welcome to Amsterdam. This city is super cool, with canals that look like mirrors reflecting the sky and bikes everywhere. Get ready to hear the cool sounds of bike bells ringing like wind chimes. It's one of the coolest places to visit in Europe. I'm Michael Koos, and I'm so excited to show you around. We're going to check out the top 10 things you absolutely have to do in Amsterdam in 2025. First up, we're going to the Rijksmuseum, a really impressive building that's home to some super famous art. Get ready to see masterpieces by Dutch masters like Rembrandt and Vermeer. They're like the superstars of the art world. Imagine sunlight streaming through big windows, making Rembrandt's painting The Night Watch look even cooler. Take your time walking through the museum, checking out the amazing details in Vermeer's The Milkmaid and the cool lighting in Rembrandt's portraits. You'll see how these artists showed what life was like back in their day, from regular people to the fancy lives of the rich and famous during the Dutch Golden Age. Before you leave, grab a coffee in the museum's fancy cafe. Our next stop is a little different. We're going to the Anne Frank House, a place that reminds us how strong people can be, even in really tough times. This museum, located in the heart of Amsterdam, stands as a poignant reminder of the resilience and courage shown by Anne Frank and her family. This normal-looking house by the canal is where Anne Frank, a young Jewish girl, and her family hid from the Nazis during World War II. The serene exterior belies the intense fear and hope that filled its walls. As you walk through the rooms, you can almost hear Anne's voice from the words she wrote in her diary. Her thoughts and dreams are captured in those pages, offering a glimpse into her life in hiding. You'll see marks on the wall where she measured how tall she was getting, a small but touching reminder of her growth even in such dire circumstances. Pictures she put up to make the hiding place feel less scary, transforming the space into a semblance of normalcy amidst the chaos outside. And the bookcase that hid the secret room where they lived. This hidden annex became their world, a place of both refuge and confinement. It's a sad but important place to visit. The expressions on visitors' faces reflect the deep impact of Anne's story. It reminds us of the terrible things that happened during the Holocaust, but it also shows us the power of hope and why it's so important to be kind to everyone. The lessons learned here are timeless and universal. After your visit, take a walk along the Prinsengracht Canal and think about Anne's story. Reflect on the strength of the human spirit and the importance of standing up against injustice. Ready for some fresh air? Let's get away from the city and go to Vondelpark, Amsterdam's giant park. Picture this: green grass everywhere, willow trees leaning over sparkling ponds, and people having picnics on blankets. It's like a painting. You can rent a bike and ride around the park's paths, just like the locals do, or find a bench and relax while watching everyone else. Keep an eye out for ducks, geese, and maybe even a heron or two. If you're lucky enough to be in Amsterdam during the summer, you might even catch a free concert or show at the park's outdoor theater. Whether you want some peace and quiet or just want to people watch, Vondelpark is a must-see. Chapter 4. Van Gogh Museum, a brush with genius. Get ready to be amazed by the colorful and exciting paintings of Vincent van Gogh, a really famous artist who wasn't always happy but made amazing art. His works are known for their bold colors and emotional depth, capturing the beauty and turmoil of his life. The Van Gogh Museum has the biggest collection of his paintings anywhere in the world. With over 200 paintings, 500 drawings, and 700 letters, it's a treasure trove for art lovers and historians alike. You'll learn all about his life and how he became such a great artist. The museum offers a deep dive into his personal struggles, his relationships, and his relentless pursuit of artistic excellence. You'll see how his paintings changed over time, from when he first started painting to his later work in France, where he used lots of bright colors and showed lots of emotions. His early works, like The Potato Eaters, are darker and more somber, reflecting the harsh realities of peasant life. You'll also find some of Van Gogh's lesser-known works, his delicate watercolors, expressive sketches, and even letters he wrote to his brother Theo. These letters provide a unique insight into his thoughts and feelings, revealing the man behind the masterpieces. The museum doesn't shy away from the tough parts of Van Gogh's life, like his struggles with mental illness and how he died. It provides a comprehensive look at his mental health battles, including his time in psychiatric hospitals and the impact of his illness on his work. Before you leave, check out the museum shop for some cool Van Gogh souvenirs. From prints of his famous paintings to books and unique gifts, There's something for every Van Gogh fan to take home as a memento of their visit. Chapter 5. Canal Cruise Amsterdam from the water. Ready to see Amsterdam in a whole new way? Let's hop on a canal cruise and see the city from the water, just like people did a long time ago. It's like floating through a storybook, with each canal house telling a part of Amsterdam's history. As you cruise along, your guide will tell you stories about Amsterdam's golden age, when its ships sailed all over the world and its merchants became super rich. Look up and be amazed by the fancy designs on the canal houses, each one different, like a fingerprint. A canal cruise is more than just sightseeing, it's like traveling back in time to when Amsterdam was at its most magical. Chapter 6. Heineken Experience. Cheers to Dutch brewing. Let's celebrate one of Amsterdam's most famous drinks, Heineken beer. At the Heineken Experience, which used to be the Heineken Brewery, you'll go on a super fun journey into the world of this famous Dutch beer. You'll learn about the Heineken family, how they make the beer from start to finish, and even get to taste the ingredients that make Heineken taste so unique. Get involved in the interactive exhibits, where you can try pouring the perfect beer, or even design your own Heineken bottle label. And of course, you can't leave the Heineken Experience without trying the beer itself. So, whether you're a beer expert or just looking for something fun to do, the Heineken Experience is a must-do in Amsterdam. Chapter 7. Jordaan District, Amsterdam's Bohemian Heart. Get ready to explore the Jordaan, Amsterdam's most charming and artsy neighborhood. This area is a vibrant tapestry of creativity and history, where every corner tells a story. This place used to be where working-class people lived, but now it's full of artists, designers, and people who like to express themselves. The transformation of Jordaan is a testament to Amsterdam's evolving cultural landscape. The narrow canals and colorful houses make it feel like you've stepped back in time. Each canal and house has its own unique charm, reflecting the district's rich history and artistic spirit. As you wander along the cobblestone streets, pop into unique shops filled with vintage clothes, cool things for your home, and special souvenirs. These shops are a treasure trove of eclectic finds, perfect for those looking to take a piece of Jordaan's magic home with them. Take a break at a cafe by the canal, where you can watch the world go by and soak up the Jordaan's cool vibe. The cafes here offer a perfect blend of relaxation and people watching, making them ideal spots to unwind. On Saturdays, don't miss the Lindengracht Market, a big outdoor market where you can find everything from fresh food and local cheese to vintage clothes and antiques. It's a bustling hub of activity, offering a true taste of local life. As the sun starts to set, the Jordaan comes alive with a different kind of energy. The evening brings a vibrant nightlife, with cozy bars and live music venues that keep the bohemian spirit alive well into the night. Chapter 8. Stedelijk Museum, where modernity thrives. The Stedelijk Museum, nicknamed the bathtub because its modern part looks like one, is where you go in Amsterdam to see cool and interesting modern art. Step inside and you'll be blown away by all the different types of art, from the late 1800s to today. Think big installations, photos that make you think, and abstract paintings that will make you see art in a whole new way. You'll see art by some of the most famous modern artists like Picasso, Chagall, Warhol, and Lichtenstein. A visit to the Stedelijk Museum is a journey into the world of modern art, showing you that art is always changing and challenging us. Chapter 9. Leidseplein, Amsterdam, After Dark. As the sun goes down in Amsterdam, the city comes alive with a different kind of energy. It's time to experience Amsterdam's famous nightlife, and there's no better place to start than Leidseplein. Imagine a lively square filled with people, bright lights reflecting off the canals, and music everywhere. Street performers entertain the crowds, and their music mixes with the sound of people laughing and having fun in pubs. You'll find tons of different bars, each with its own special vibe. No matter what you're into, Leidseplein guarantees a night to remember. Chapter 10. Royal Palace Majesty on Dam Square. Our last stop takes us to the center of Amsterdam, to Dam Square, where the Royal Palace stands tall and proud. Picture a grand palace covered in fancy carvings and statues, reminding us of Amsterdam's glory days. Step inside, and you'll feel like you've traveled back in time. Be amazed by the beautiful rooms, the big halls with sparkling chandeliers, fancy tapestries, and priceless artwork. You'll learn all about the palace's history, from when it was Amsterdam's town hall to today, where it's one of the places where the Dutch royal family lives. After your visit, take a walk around Dam Square, Amsterdam's busy central square. Outro tot ziens Amsterdam. Until next time, well folks, there you have it. We've explored Amsterdam from its famous museums and historical places to its hidden streets and exciting nightlife. But Amsterdam is more than just things to see, it's a feeling, a beat, a way of life. So, if you're planning a trip to Europe, make sure Amsterdam is at the top of your list. Tot ziens, friends, and have amazing adventures.